Hey everyone, welcome to Capital City News, your source for staying informed and engaged with Salt Lake City government. I'm your host, Yusuf Mong. On this week's episode, we're taking a look at 300 West, upcoming summer events, and the history of drive-in movie theaters here in Salt Lake City. But first, our look-backs, our look-aheads, and our legislative update. Actually, second of all, could somebody help me up? No? Okay.
At the June 6th meeting, the City Council received briefings on the fiscal year 2024 budgets for the Information Management Services Department and the Capital Improvement Program. They also discussed several unresolved budget issues, including some changes to the mayor's proposed budget, and a recommendation from the city's Racial Equity in Policing Commission to increase staffing for the civilian response team from 4 to 8 members. The council is scheduled to approve the budget on June 13th. To learn more, please visit slc.gov/council. Mayor Aaron Mendenhall announced the winners of Salt Lake City's Ballpark Next Design Competition. The competition called for proposals from the public for how the city could reimagine, redevelop, and activate the ballpark site and surrounding city-owned properties. More information can be found at ballparknext.com. Mayor Aaron Mendenhall, along with Salt Lake City Council members and representatives from the Utah Pride Center, attended the flag raising and spoke about the importance of equality and inclusion for all residents. The city unfurled a new Progress Pride flag, which includes stripes representing transgender and LGBTQ+ people of color. To see the full press conference, visit our YouTube channel.
You know, sometimes people say there are good things around the corner. I feel like that's not often true. To be honest, usually there's nothing around corners, at least for me. But in this case, something actually good is coming around this corner as we look at the end of construction here on 300 West.
Momentum is building, and the anticipated completion of this project is the end of June. Intermittent outside lane closures and shifts will continue for landscaping, sewer, and concrete work throughout the remainder of the project. There is no more parking in the work zone as crews need access to raise and lower utilities. Private vehicles parked in these areas prevent the work from being completed and may be removed. Learn more at 300westslc.com.
For more information about this street project, check out 300westslc.com and stay tuned for future construction updates. For our interview this week, we speak to Lynze Twede, Public Lands Events Manager, about upcoming summer events happening here in the Salt Lake City, including the Summer Outdoor Film Series.
We really want to bring events to the parks that highlight the amazing resources in our parks, that bring the community together, and overall help our residents bond within our public lands. So all of these fun and exciting events that we have lined up for our residents this year are free to the public and they're open to all ages. And those events can include anything from our Yappy Hour series that rotates around to different parks, the new and upcoming drone shows we have on July 1st and July 24th, and even more events. All of them can be found on our website, slcityevents.com. So we are kicking things off with weekly movies in the park, starting every Friday, June 16th through the end of August. They will be here at Liberty Park, just adjacent to the Youth City building. And the first movie on Friday, June 16th will be Little Richard, and it'll kick off at dusk. Utah Film Centers is partnering with us to bring us a lot of movies that you can't frequently see or watch on your common streaming platforms. These events are very popular, especially when we're playing very sought-after movies that you can't get elsewhere. So attendees should really expect to arrive early, bring their blanket, chairs, and even their pets as long as they're on a leash, and arrive early, enjoy the nature and outdoor scene that we have here, and experience the magic of cinema under the stars.
For this episode's History Minute, we're taking a look at the history of drive-in movie theaters here in Salt Lake City. You know, I wish drive-in movie theaters were still a bit more popular, because I probably shouldn't be allowed to eat in public.
The first patented drive-in movie theater opened on June 6, 1933 in New Jersey. It was the brainchild of Richard Hollingshead as an alternative theater for families and those who might have trouble sitting in narrow movie theater seats. It caused a cultural sensation across the country, and at their peak in the 1950s, more than 4,000 drive-in theaters were operated across the United States. Salt Lake City was no stranger to this phenomenon. In their heyday, there were more than half a dozen drive-in movie theaters in the Salt Lake County area. One of the earliest was the Auditorium Drive-In, which opened in 1947 at 4th West and 21st South. It could hold 500 cars. Later that same year, the Airport Drive-In opened on land adjacent to the city airport but was closed in 1975 when it was annexed to expand runways.
Hi, you hungry? Looking for a tempting treat? Hold on till I absorb some heat. Some added tang might please you too. I'll slide into an oven-fresh bun, and I'm ready for your eating fun.
Why don't you try a juicy good hot dog? Delicious.
One of the biggest and most popular was the Motorview Drive-In at 33rd South and 35th East. It could hold 700 cars on one screen that was later converted in 1953 to the wide CinemaScope format. There's only one drive-in left in the Salt Lake area now, the Redwood Drive-In. It opened in 1949 as a one-screen theater but expanded over the years. By 1990, it boasted 6 screens. Today, it still plays double features on each screen and has converted completely to digital, allowing Salt Lakers to experience this pastime of a bygone era.
That's it for another episode of Capital City News. Remember, the best way to stay engaged is to stay informed. You can do that by following us on social media at SLCGov, tuning into Channel 17, or subscribing to us on YouTube. Now, it is Pride Month, and I want everyone to remember that any time you stand up and tell the world who you really are, it becomes a more interesting place. Be you, be proud, be unapologetic. Happy Pride, everyone.